Welcome back to Felicity's Leadership Library, where I share books with you that have impacted me as I've grown as a leader, and hopefully they will do the same for you. Today, what is the book that impacted me most throughout my career? And the answer is I shouldn't be telling you this. No, actually, that is the title of the book. I Shouldn't Be Telling You This by Kate White. I'm sure this is a book most of you have never heard of before and have not read, but what I would say is that the subtitle gives everything that you need to know about why this is probably most impactful to me. Success Secrets Every Gutsy Girl Should Know. When I was a young, aspiring to be leader, this stood out to me as something I definitely wanted to read. Kate White was actually editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan magazine for a number of years. Now she's also a published author. And I thought to myself, this is a woman who I could learn things from. There are so many lessons in this book, especially for young women who are looking to move into a leadership role. As I said, I started reading this back when I was working as a pharmacist in a hospital, aspiring to move into leadership. And I reread it in preparation for this series. What I couldn't believe was how many of the lessons from the book I had actually applied in my personal life and in my growth as a leader. There are so many things that she says, like to be grabby. And what does that mean? It does not actually mean to be grabby, but it means to reach out and to take opportunities. And so when you see the chance for something in your professional career, to take that chance, to ask for the opportunity, to put yourself out there. That's something that I definitely did. She reminds us that men are likely to volunteer for positions when they don't have the full skill set necessary, where women insist on having all of the skills before they volunteer. She encourages you to perhaps take a more masculine approach and jump in, even if you are not fully prepared, because you actually are. So much of what you do, you learn on the job, and part of being a leader is just being willing to take those chances so that you can grow in those opportunities. Another piece of advice that I took and implemented in my life, and I taught to my residents and also to my children, is using the word unacceptable when something does not suit what you are looking for. Instead of getting angry or becoming hostile, a great way to communicate that things are not working is to use the term unacceptable. It is something I have used in all scenarios, including when my children were little, and letting them know that it was unacceptable. It was not that their behavior was bad. It was just that we could not accept this. And so there was no judgment with that. It also helps in scenarios in the workforce where we just can communicate that something is unacceptable so we can move forward from that. So that was one of the lessons that was very, very impactful to me. Again, encourage you, especially if you are a young woman looking to go on a leadership journey, to take a look at this book. It's not well known, but it is definitely worth a read. I can tell you that there's so many lessons in it that I applied in my life and feel like they helped set me up for success. So if you have read it, congratulations, you're one of the few of us. And when you do read it, I can't wait to hear what you think.